What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today we are going to be talking about some new cards coming tomorrow in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM and what effect I think they are going to have on the game mode in its entirety. So, I mean, I haven't looked, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't looked at the market in a few days. So I have no idea. I know the market had gone up, so I have absolutely no idea what cards have been going for. Team, only 300 for Kareem. That seems cheap. Well, it could be on for a little bit less than that. Tracy McGrady is vastly overpriced. CB3 is meh. AK. I mean, if you can get an AK for 100k, you're in good shape. I get Ferry's better, but you're in good shape. And Giannis is more expensive, surprisingly, than Kareem. So yeah, basically, lads, there are two new free cards coming tomorrow in MyTEAM. But before we get on to those players, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We are trying to hit 240 5,000 subs by the start of this weekend. Well, weekend starting Saturday. But yeah, like right now we're actually closer to 600. We're just over 400 off. So if you guys do enjoy the game of MyTEAM, the game mode, just everything about that, just everything about it, and just learning about the mode, this is definitely the place to be. So anyway, what are these cards? One, like, obviously we all know, this is why I was showing my Twitter, we all know that it appears that it seems to be out of position, because Magic Center is one of the cards that 2K hinted at. And then obviously you guys can see assists for Kobe, rebound, center, Magic, and assists for Joakim Noah. So that seems to be like the main thing that's going to be coming in terms of packs. But there are a few free cards coming. So the first free card, obviously, Mikey tweeted about it. Want to add the week 2 classified player. Completed today's agendas, which is a little bit annoying. I haven't completed them. I'll complete them tomorrow morning because like it's 2:40 in the morning right now and I'm just exhausted. But the hints are all done anyway, so I'm recording this one a little bit later. I was going to wait till all the hints were done. So week 2 hint clue, we couldn't find anything from this clue, honestly. I'm pretty sure that with the clues, we initially thought it was going to be like Bruce Bowen. So not Bruce Bowen. We initially thought it was going to be Shane Battier or Dylan Brooks or Joe Ingles. I think they all kind of half fit into this. And then this one here, 7 3-pointers with a 2-guard, that ruled out Shane Battier. And everyone thought it was actually going to be Mike Miller, but then we realized that while everything else matched up with Mike Miller, he never scored 24 versus the Lakers. And then, fortunately, someone figured it out. Unfortunately, it was not Detective DBG, it was JD Crossover. It was, I don't even know what nickname I can put for JD, because basically he's live on stream. He streams, content drops every day. I'll stream them on big content days. He will stream every day. But basically, I pointed out here that Bruce Bowen, 7 threes career high, 12 threes attempted, 3 blocks playoff career high. He won. He has a chip, and he also hit those 7 threes. That's actually his playoff career high, and that was in the series against the Lakers when they won the first ring. Whereas the number 12 points challenge, 8 assists. So yeah, I'm pretty confident it's going to be Bruce Bowen. And lads, I'm excited. Lads. If you guys don't know, Bruce Bowen's a demon. Bruce Bowen is going to be incredible. I was such a big fan of Bruce Bowen at the start of the year. Like, this card right here, I thought he was one of the best cheap cards in the game. Guy had hot zones everywhere. Yes, his speed wasn't great, but he had 96 lateral, which is crazy. A decent-ish for the time on ball steal tendency and 96 perimeter defense. He was scarily good when he first came out. So the big thing with him is that he's a 6'7" 2-guard. Wait, he's 6'7"? I could have swore Bruce Bowen was 6'8" in other years. Am I wrong with that? No, he's 6'7". I was a little more excited. Either way, 6'7" is completely, that's fine. That's fine. So just to make sure, we're gonna look at 2K18 Amethyst Bruce Bowen. small forwards, just to make sure. No, he was always 6'7". I was wrong. But he has a decent wingspan, and he also has base 40. And I assume they're going to give him better dribble stakes. I doubt they're going to make him Curry slide, but he's going to be a really good cone. He is going to be a really good 3-and-D player. I reckon they're going to make him quite similar stats-wise to a Kelly Oubre. And while he doesn't have, like, the build of Kelly Oubre, per se, he's going to have base 40 on quicks better than base 39 on quicks. So, yeah. I reckon we're going to see, like, half clamps, half showtime, half range probably on Bowen. Maybe he'll go range, but if they give him half range, it can make him very, very interesting. So I think he's going to be a really good card. And then the other card that we are getting tomorrow is a card that people have kind of forgot about because 2K released them at a dumb time. Like, so basically, Obi Toppin won on like Wednesday. It was literally Wednesday. There was no reason for 2K not to release Obi Toppin either yesterday or today. Whatever about fair enough yesterday, not yesterday, because Danny Ferry came out. But today there was no reason not for them to release it because they didn't release any content today. So we are actually getting an Obi Toppin card. And if you guys do not know, Obi Toppin base 75, which is a really nice release. Look, there's no point even looking at the stats of this card. It's going to be a Galaxy Opal. It's going to be a billion times better. Just put on shooting on him or something. But the big thing, he's got base 75, which is really good. Like, all of these guys are guys that can consistently hit jumpers. Like, a lot of people have seen over Brandon Ingram. But he's 220 pounds, which is actually kind of good. So if they give it, he can do pro escapes on current gen. If he was 221 pounds, he couldn't do pro escapes. I doubt they make him Curry. I doubt they make Obi Toppin Curry, but I do think he gets pro dribble 6. So the player, as we've always said, the player that he is most similar to is going to be Kenyon Martin. He's got a longer wingspan, except the difference is between him and Kenyon Martin is he's going to be able to do those pro escapes. But I think he's going to be very, very similar. I reckon he will be a power forward / center. I think he's going to be a great shooter, solid dunker, and he's going to have better hot zones than Kenyon Martin. But I think, I don't know, there's kind of a ceiling for Obi Toppin. Like, I think he's going to be decent. He's going to be decent, but I can't see, like, he's going to be better than Kenyon Martin. Like, he's going to have more than 19 off badges. I'm telling you that for a fact. He's going to have more than 19 off badges. He's going to have probably closer to 35 off badges than 19. But still, I don't see him being this, like, god tier game-changing player. But you know what he is going to be? Like, if he is a free locker code, and he's a free locker code that everybody gets, which is the way 2K advertised it, he's going to be a really, really good center for your budget squads. So, in terms of effect on the game, I don't think Bruce Bowen's going to have much of an effect on the game because there's so many good cheap wings already. Like, in reality, is he going to be much better than Malik Sealy? I don't think they will make him better than Malik Sealy, honestly. But for example, for my squad, who do I have? Oh, D-Rouse might be center. For my squad, he could easily come in. Like, what's more than likely going to happen is that he's going to be better than this Paul George. And he's going to be better than a lot of players' budget centers. So, like, if you take out the two centers that I have on my team, they're both exceptional players. So, take out those guys. He's probably going to be better on next gen than Hayward. He's probably going to be better than Ben. And if you're looking at cheap centers, you've got Kemp, you've got Kleba, you've got Domantas Sabonis, you've got Kat. I think he's going to, like, render those guys pretty worthless because I don't think he's going to be like a game-changing player, but I think he's going to be better than all the budget centers. So I think that those budget centers, a lot of them are going to be very, very, like, kind of down in value because of this. I think that the Obi Toppin is going to be huge for the budget guys. I don't think it's going to be one of those cards that, like, the guys, they're god squads. Like, for me, I don't think he would come into my team if I had, for example, Kurolenko. If I brought Kurolenko, or if I had Danny Ferry, I'm not entirely sure he comes into my team. He probably, in fairness, he probably comes in a small forward. Danny Ferry probably comes in a small forward and he goes power forward, but it's one of those things that, like, again, if you are just kind of starting at the game, I think he could be an elite player at that center position. And because apart from Maxi Kleber and Sean Kemp, we don't really have any good budget centers. He's definitely going to be better than both of them. And I think that it's a little bit better than getting Culver, because we have so many good cheap 2 guards, whereas we don't at the center position. So I'm kind of happy we're getting Toppin. I know obviously the guys that are the best of the best players are really angry we're getting Toppin, because I can tell you one thing for sure. That free Obi Toppin is not going to make any God squads, but Jared Culver was maybe going to make a God squad, but Toppin's going to be a lot better for budget players. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Bowen's going to be decent. Bowen's probably going to be the equivalent of like a 10k auction house player. I reckon Toppin's going to be the equivalent of like a 50, 60k auction house player. I don't think they let either of them Curry slide. We may see it in Bowen, but I think we probably see like no blinders, half clamps, half range, no Curry on Bruce Bowen. He's just going to be like a better version of the Wally Zerbiak card. And then for Obi Toppin, he's just going to be a much better Kenyon Martin. So I think we're getting 2 decent cards tomorrow. I think that for budget guys, Toppin will be game changing. I don't think, or budget guys are new players, and I don't necessarily think that Bruce Bowen is going to be that much game changing. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.